All right, Michael, what are we doing today?
All right, well, it has been a fair few months since we last saw the Torana, and a lot has happened since we last saw the Torana. This sort of got finished off right at the peak of Nathan and I getting ready for Drag Challenge, getting the XE ready, as well as also taking the B car, which turned out to be the Sandman. So the finishing off of this thing sort of was really jumbled up as far as filming and such, so bear with us while we try and piece this episode together. But as you can see, the car is now complete. It is a complete runner. It has everything back together in it. Daniel spent a lot of time off camera as well too, like bolting things on, like bumper bars, seats, interiors, headlights, all that sort of stuff to get this thing running, and we basically got it on the road. Now we did do a little bit of filming, and the last little bit of filming that we did, it was Daniel and I, and we're actually building the exhaust for this thing. So let's go back to that first, take a look at that, and then we'll have a rundown of what happened after that and where the car's at now. Alright, well, it's me and Daniel in the shed today because Nathan is busy working and probably looking up single overhead cams. But what we're going to try and do today is we're going to try and make some progress on the exhaust system for the Torana, because the Torana is pretty much just about there. It's nearly ready to kick in the guts. The only major thing that we're really missing is the exhaust. So the headers are already in. We're going to run for the headers and basically dump out the diff, because there is no chance we will get anything, any over axles over this thing. I mean, we could go under, but even that is still pretty tight with all the sway bar and everything in the back. It's going to be really tight. So we're going to dump it out the diff, Nathan's favorite. What we have is we have a couple of high flow cats, we have some flanges, we have some 90-degree bends, adapters from 2.5 inch to 3 inch pipe, some O2 bungs that we need to weld in as well too, and we have some MagnaFlow mufflers. These are offset mufflers, 3 inch in and out. They are going to breathe really well, because I don't know whether you can see that, but it's pretty much straight through. They are pretty much the exact same muffler that I run on my HQ, so it's going to be very interesting to hear how it sounds with an LS behind it. And we're going to have to do a crossover pipe as well too. We're going to sort that out. We have looked about putting in a X pipe like we would normally do in all exhaust, but for this thing, there's not really any room for us to put one in, so we might have to go with the good old-fashioned H pipe, which will be very, very interesting to hear on an LS. I haven't heard many LSs that run H pipes, so it'll be interesting to hear, and it'll be a little bit more of an old school technique to getting this done, but it's all we can do when you don't have a lot of space like you do in this Torana. So, yeah, let's get into it. All right, so the plan as it stands is we're going to come from here, we're going to get our reducers or increases. We're going to go from 2.5 inch to 3 inch straight pipe. Hopefully we're hoping we can fit our cats somewhere in here if there's enough room, and then we're going to come back, have a little bit of a bend, put a H-beam across here where we can fit it, and then basically come straight to where our mufflers are going to sit somewhere down here and dump right here at the diff. So it's not a very big exhaust system because it's not a very big car, so that makes it a little bit easier, but it's very intricate and very tight in here. So we're going to be working with some pretty tight bends. So yeah, we'll see how we go, but this one is going to be interesting. So we're hoping this is going to fit in here. Ooh, it don't.
Is that as far as it slips?
I mean, we might be able to get it if we cut a bit.
Cut that shorter, yeah.
Cut this shorter and shorten them up to try and get them in there, but this is gonna, that cross member is a bit of a pain, but it is hitting there, I suppose. I'm telling you, Daniel, 3 inches is not gonna be fun.
You're right.
I hate how tight everything is on this car. Pull the bung out and see how far back this is going, because we can't have that cover the bung. We're probably going to put an O2 sensor in to see if it's going to touch. We got these through Tiperformance, where we get all our O2 sensors from. These are a Bosch one. Now these cars run 4 O2 sensors in total. They run 2 pre and 2 post the catalytic converter. We're just going to run 2, and we're going to turn the rear ones off, Jake said, so all I need to worry about is hooking up this one here. It's got that end style plug in it, and hopefully that should be all good. O2 sensors, when you put them in, you don't want to have them angled down like this because they can actually fill with water and moisture. You need to have them up past that horizontal like that so that any moisture and anything drips out of it and drains out of it and doesn't kill your O2 sensor. But as you can see, it's really close to the chassis itself. It might be a case of, to get these in, it's going to be an absolute pain, and you just hope that you don't have to change it very often, or if you do, you might have to drop the exhaust. But if we can at least get them to that, then we know we can sort of do them up, even if it's in or out the car, we don't know yet. But that's probably where we want to do it. This one seems okay. The other side is a little bit trickier, so.
Well, that's going to come off the chassis as well too, because once it goes in a little bit, it's not going to be resting up there as hard. So.
Correct, yeah. So it's the best place we can put that one. We'll just have to see how it goes. It's the other side that's the concern, so let's go see if we can figure that one out. This side is a lot closer to the chassis than the other side.
Yeah, not too confident on that one. No. What about going in from the top? If you had it pointing up more and then going in from the top rather than trying to go underneath the chassis?
I mean, it's doable.
It's not going to be fun, but it's...
Worst case, like we said, we might have to take the exhaust out to put our 2 sensors in. So I don't know if we mentioned, but we're doing a full 3-inch system in this thing. It was just a mild steel setup with mandrel bent bends. I was trying to convince Daniel on going to 2.5 because it's so tight under there, but he will not listen to me.
But that sounds boring.
So we're going 3-inch, so we'll have all the flow. You look like from Toy Story when he's like, oh look, it's a small present.
You want to start this way backwards, or do you want to start that way?
Usually you go from the fixed side forward because that side's fixed. So this was the easy part. Now we got to get that to talk to that. And to do that, we have to come in and then down. Alright, what I'm working on at the moment is I'm going to work on making some Commodore spec coat hanger exhaust hangers. I wonder if people still do that these days. I mean, it was such a done thing back when I was rolling around in Commodores and such. What I want to do is I want to make temporary hangers for the back of these mufflers so that we can hang the mufflers, get them in place, and then move forward with our exhaust stands to try and build the rest of it up, and also get our angles and everything right on our mufflers. So bolt that into it, then hang this, and then we can weld somewhere in the muffler, just tack these to it, which we can then cut off later. And that means that we can sort of adjust the muffler and move it as we need to. Alright, so that is our really ghetto exhaust hangers for now. That's sort of there. Sit like that.
Alright, so we just cut the straights and the last 45s for this. So basically we have our straight pipe that's going to go here now. This is going to go approximately there. Woo, look at that.
It's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good considering I just winged that. Oh good. Years ago that wasn't...
Yeah, it's going to be quite the hole to fill, Daniel. Alright, well Nathan has graced us with his presence because
I'm taking the XE home tonight, so I can go straight to the dyno, I guess, when it's ready to go. I'll go get some fuel. But other than that, in here, it's good to go. It looks exactly the same.
yeah, it looks like exactly the same as what it was.
Except the rocker cover looks like it's been painted by a professional and not me. So, yeah.
Daniel's laying some fat welds on his exhaust.
I'm feeling holes.
Nate, this is pretty good actually when we just get to let him do all the work.
This is the part where they say, yeah, we're good at building exhaust. They just put it over here and then it just gets welded up.
Now Daniel reckons he's the Gap Master 3000, so he's going to fill that gap. Would you believe that even though he wasn't here for the whole day, he still gets to put on his dip dumps?
Now, all things considered, they're pretty good welds considering that was a, what, 5 to 8 mil gold?
That actually does look really good.
It actually does look not bad.
But I will say that was probably a lot to do with my fit up. Alright, well, the sun was going down, so we just painted and smashed it in because we were running out of time, but we went all black because we wanted a little bit of stealth, just like this guy here, because we don't want it to stand out too much, but I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Daniel did a great job on the welder. His welds are actually pretty good, not gonna lie. Diff dumps are in, Nathan's favourite bit, Nathan's finishing touch. Nathan came in for that very, whoa, 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 whoa. Sit down, boys. That's pretty much it for today. So hopefully, hopefully that means soon we should be really close to starting it. So with that done now, it's pretty much the last major piece before we can now start to button it up and finally turn the key in this thing and see how it sounds, how it runs. I mean, it should do everything it should do. It's NA, it's not too overcomplicated. Yeah, so hopefully in the next scene, we're ready to fire up.
And end scene.
Alright, well, today is the day. Jake is here, Daniel is getting the engine ready. We've just cranked the engine over, we've managed to get oil pressure, which is a relief. So we're pretty much ready to fire this thing. Daniel and I have spent the morning prepping it, we've put fluids in it, we have put water in it, and we pressure tested the fuel system as well too. Got all that sorted, nicked up any leaks that we had. We only had a couple, it wasn't too bad. Now we are ready to pretty much turn the key and try and fire this thing and see what happens.
When you're ready. Alright, big moment, ready?
Yeah. Alright, so we found the problem. It's my fault again, a wiring issue. What it turned out to be was when we were trying to crank this thing, the ECU was turning off, so the ECU was losing positive signal on crank. So these things, like many other old cars of this time, have two different ignition and crank signals. So they have a 9-volt signal which runs it constantly, and they have a 12-volt signal on crank. Now initially when I wired it up, I knew that, so I was making sure that I had the 12-volt signal on crank, and I had that, but I think when I was playing around underneath the bonnet, I must have separated those two wires, and it's cut those wires and they're no longer talking to each other, which meant that we were losing power on crank. So anyway, we've fixed it now, so we're going to see if we can start it and see what happens. Ooh. It's a start. Hey! It's loud. It's really loud. got some things to adjust. It's peppy. And on that note, we'll see you at the dyno. Now the dyno is better in the engine, and we did a few power runs. We didn't go crazy in it because it was a fresh engine, and we wanted to make sure it was going to make it to bright, because that was the ultimate goal for Daniel to take this thing to bright. So we got on the dyno, we put some numbers down. They weren't huge numbers, but we also weren't pushing it at the end of the day. Like we said, we want to go back and do some fine tuning on this thing to try and get some bigger numbers out in the future. But originally all we wanted to do was get it tuned and running so we could take it to bright. So that's what we did. So let's have a look at that and see how that went.
Alright, we're down to Tune Tech with Jake. We've got the Torana on the dyno, it's all strapped in, ready to go, ready to make some power, hopefully it all hangs together, and wish us luck. Alright, so the final numbers are up. We're sitting at a proud 244 kilowatts, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Like, we always know this dyno is not always accurate for numbers, so it's always, it might be a little bit more than that, but that's where we're looking at. So I'm happy with that. You happy, Jake?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially a light car.
Yeah, it looks so peppy. Very excited.
So then after it went to the dyno and it was all fully tuned, it was then a case of Daniel taking this thing to Bright. Bright Rod Run was pretty much its maiden voyage. He drove it from here all the way to Bright, drove it around Bright, and drove it all the way back home. And the car ran pretty good. It had a couple of teething issues as to be expected in a build like this, but nothing major. For everyone wondering, did we make the deadline to get the Torana at Bright Road Run? The answer is yes. It made the deadline, and Daniel was pretty stoked to have it up and bright, and it was good to see it cruising around. I was so busy working on building exhaust and stuff for the Sandman and putting nitrous on it that I didn't even get a chance to work on this thing. Nathan was too busy wrenching on his XE, so it was all up to Daniel. And what Daniel did is he basically pieced it all together. So as you can see, the car now has bumper bars on it, the rear bars on as well too. We also got headlights in this thing. Now the headlights I want to talk to you about because they're pretty cool. These are a new product made by an Australian company. Retroglow reached out to us and said, hey, do you want to try our new headlights out? We said, yeah, let's have a look. And what they are is they're basically LED laser style headlights. They're very similar to like what you see in like your new Mazdas and stuff. You know, they got that really cool projector globe in them. And they are a bolt-in swap from original H4. So there's no extra transformer, no nothing to run these things. They basically plug straight into a standard wiring loom. You don't even need to upgrade your wiring to run them, which is probably the most impressive thing. They also look nearly completely standard because they still have all of their reflectors like the standard H4s do. The only difference is they've got the little projector globe beam thingy in the middle there. And they are the only LED headlight on the market that have curved glass compared to all the other ones where they're flat, which is like a telltale sign of an aftermarket headlight. And they perform really, really well. I'd love to show you what they look like at night, but unfortunately we don't have any nighttime footage of driving this thing, and we can't get any currently. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but they are a really, really good bit of kit. Head on over to the website to check them out because direct bolting kit, you don't have to change anything, there's no transformers, nothing. They're pretty impressive. Interior wise, not much has changed in the interior other than what you saw last, except I think you wouldn't have seen the carpet has gone in it. It's been underlaid as well too with some sound deadening. The seats are in it, all the trimming's back in it, and it looks like a complete car once again. It actually looks pretty neat. I love the shifter without a console. Daniel still wants a console. Nathan is desperately trying to talk him out of it because I think it does look good, and I know Nathan agrees with that as well too. All in all, it is now a complete Torana on the inside as well too, so it looks pretty cool. And you wouldn't really know that much is going on, especially with these gauges and everything.
No.
Under the bonnet, Nathan.
Well, I think we finished off a lot of under the bonnet, so you've probably seen a lot of under the bonnet of where we finished off really. The catch can is now plumbed up. Intake pipe, the overflow as well. Not much has really changed under here.
No.
I see he's pulled a Nathan and he's got no washer jets. You don't need them when you're going fast.
Yep.
Like, there's still things that need to be finished off, but other than that, she still runs and drives, and it did bright, so that was the goal.
Obviously, we haven't shown on the channel yet going for a drive, but we have been for a drive in it. Daniel took us for a quick run in Bright. Did you go for a drive in Bright?
Yeah, so Daniel took me and we went for a quick bust in it. And it goes really well.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
It surprised me.
Yeah, it picks up and boogies.
The transmission felt firm. The engine feels like it's a NA. It's a NA car. You know what I mean? Like, you put your foot into it and you have power instantly.
Yep.
It's not waiting on boost or anything. But the car felt really solid.
Yeah.
And it got pretty squirrely. It was fun. I don't want to drive it, but yeah. So it's a tough car. It's definitely a tough car
because it is NA power and it's basically there on demand.
It
picks
cool.
up and boogies really, really well.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's quicker than you'd think. But yeah, when you put your foot into it, it's that typical NA quick response, just wah, and
it's very rompy.
Yeah, and it sounds sick at idle. It's super loud. On another note, we actually end up having to change the mufflers on this thing from the mufflers that we built in it originally when Daniel made the exhaust, because it was so loud that you just couldn't drive it on the street. It was really ridiculous. So we ended up Daniel put in, while we were away at the drag challenge, Daniel put in 2 Varix mufflers to try and help with that. Kind of helped, but it's still really loud. Diff dumps with the 3-inch exhaust are going to do that no matter what. But it does sound sick, and at idle it sounds sick, and it does all the things that you'd want a big NA powered, big cam, big exhaust to do, basically. It does sound sick.
It just sounds like a tough LS.
Got a good presence about it.
Yeah.
So now that it's a complete car, Nathan, I guess the only thing left to do is go for a drive.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, about that. We actually can't drive this thing because we have suffered a catastrophic failure. Let's talk about it. Story time. This is like that time we broke the fairlane, remember? So, the day that we were supposed to put this thing on the dyno, Daniel and I were going to load it up, put it on the trailer and take it to the dyno. And as we were backing out of the driveway, the shifter jammed up and we got jammed in reverse and we couldn't go anywhere with it. It was stuck in the middle of my street. We ended up having to put it up on the stands in the middle of the road to get it out of reverse and all that to try and figure out what was going on. Now, it was messed up pretty bad. We didn't know what was going on. It was actually jammed up in the box itself. Daniel called DTM where we got this box and spoke to them about what has happened and what could be causing it. And they said straight away, bring it down to DTM down Geelong. And that's exactly what Daniel did. They put it up and the hoist, had a look at it, and they found that it had broken. It's got this weird forky clip thing. We don't know auto, so it's hard to explain because we don't even know what we're talking about. But there's this weird forky thing in there that the cable goes, and it basically snapped it off because the shifter was able to go too far past park. That was because when we put it together, we didn't read the instructions fully and we were supposed to put in a lockout pin to stop it from doing that. We didn't do that. It was our fault. We just didn't read the instructions. None of us did on that little section there where it says make sure you do that for the 3-speed GM. We didn't. So anyway, they fixed that at DTM. They put it all back together. They repaired it. They also aligned it, and then the gearbox was then good. Daniel then took it to Bright. It did all Bright and everything was good, but Daniel got it home and then he was driving it into his driveway in reverse. Went to do that. The gearbox locked up and it was nothing. So we put the car back on the trailer, went down to DTM. They had a look at it and they said straight up, unfortunately, the gearbox is toast. The gearbox has killed itself and it now requires an entire rebuild. They're saying what happened is the shifter, even though it was all lined up again, somehow the mechanism in that shifter has a way of going in between gears, and that's what might have happened. And if it goes in between gears, it sends oil to not just one clutch pack like it should, it can send it to multiple, which can end up being a drop in pressure, and it will just kill clutch packs pretty much instantly, and that looks like what's happened here. So unfortunately, as much as we would like to drive it, but more importantly, unfortunately for Daniel's wallet, this is a couple of $1,000 rebuild now to get this gearbox back in the car and working and actually get the car on the road. So today, Nathan and I have to pull the gearbox out to get it ready to send back down to DTM for a full rebuild. I don't know if anybody you at home have any issues with these bang shifters. Let us know if you have, with Turbo 400 specifically, because I'd be really keen to hear other people's thoughts on this. So come on, Nathan, let's get a gearbox out. All right, we're guesstimating that it's going to take an hour. That's our bet. It's now 11:30. We're going to see if we can have it out by 12:30.
How the hell did we talk that?
Correct.
Oh, I did it from here. We got this. We put this in without the exhaust in.
I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that.
We'll be able to crack it with just a ratchet spanner from
Just
there.
when we put it back in.
But when we put it back in, we might have to drop the exhaust.
If we put it back in. Oh.
You got your wobbly.
0 degree.
Ah.
Lucky it's a 16. 0 degree spanner for the win. To be honest, you could probably just do them up like this too. Just not torque it. Just not torque it. I hung up on the 1230 cat line. I don't know about it anymore. I don't reckon there's any top bolts in it.
Yeah, there is.
There's only one up there.
Which you can actually get to that from the top.
So should we bring it down first and take the top one out?
Right, crosswind back in. Yeah, we'll put the crosswind back in.
You know what we go for lunch?
Subbers.
Can you touch it? Can you fingers on it? Ow! Oh, the exhaust gasket is really sharp. Oh man, my hand doesn't bend that way.
Very nice.
Oh my god, that hurt. Take 3. Alright. Press me back in. Take 4. I was gonna get itchy hands. Itchy, itchy.
Cause you know they
Oh yeah. Yep. You got room. Can you come down?
Yeah, what if it comes back? Oh no. Alright, I'll come down. It's wedging itself up.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Oh, thank God.
But Daniel, you want to put this back in, yeah? Well,
That's
folks,
a big transmission.
that is our brand new Turbo 400 coming out because it is toast. I don't even want to think about how hard that's going to be to get back in. In the hand, you hate to drop it.
Yeah, I know.
Cracked case, the only thing that's good on it. Well, unfortunately, that's that for this.
It's a failed project
It
this
is
year.
a failed project this year. We're really, really hoping to end the year off on a high, as anyone would. And unfortunately, we didn't quite get there. We're ending on a low, which is our gearbox is not good. Like we said, these things happen. You can't expect to always win. This is one of the cases where we lose.
Yeah, that's it. It is what it is. At least it's out now. It can go down to the boys at DTM and they can look through it and sort it out. And hopefully next year we'll slap it back in and then get this back on the road and out of the shed for new stuff to come back in.
Yeah, exactly right. And then we can actually go racing with it and see how it goes. And put it in the dyno again and do a proper hard tune and all that sort of stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if you have liked it, consider liking and subscribing. And I hope you've enjoyed the year as well too.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a big year.
It always is.
Yeah.
We try to do a lot in 1 year.
Yeah.
And then the next year is always the same,
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't even know what we did this year.
We say that every year and then we look back and then we go, holy shit, we did a lot this year.
Yeah, went to Optima, got 14 in the queue. It's probably the biggest thing that happened all year. We built a Torana.
Built a Torana. Did we build any other cars?
I don't know if we did. Did we build any other cars? What have we been doing?
What have we been doing?
We rebuilt the XE, but that was like last minute. Put in the comments below what was your favourite episode for the year.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, favourite episode of the year. And I'll
Yeah.
pick 2 people at random and send out a Hackshop Garage ticket.
It's got to be the XG episode.
Nah.
Absolute killer of an episode.
It's got to be the HQ model.
Honestly, it's got to be a killer of an episode.
That was a good episode. I really enjoyed that one.
Me and the XG rolled in slow, went out slow, but looked sick.
Yeah, that probably was one of the best. The best. Hit us up in the comments below as well. What car would you want us to see, like a one-day build?
Yeah.
We'll go out, buy one.
I know what they're going to say.
What? Don't say
They want a Toyota Starlet airbag.
But they don't want to style like Toyota Starlet.
But we assure you that next year we've got a lot more coming, and once again, and I'm saying it right now that we're going Power Cruise next year.
Okay, I thought he was going to say the Fairlane, but I know he's not.
Oh, no. I want to take the XC to Power Cruise. It is my dream event, so definitely be going to Power Cruise next year.
Is this like your New Year's resolution? New Year's resolution?
New Year's resolution is that I tow my car up to Sydney. Pretty easy New Year's resolution.
My New Year's resolution is to run a 12 in the Sandman.
Okay, that one needs work.
It does. Yeah, I guess wishing you all happy holidays and
Happy holidays.
safe holidays, and
We're going to have a short break.
short break. Yeah, I don't know when we're going to be back. We'll probably aim for what, mid-Jan, I reckon. This time.
Mid-Jan.
Yeah, because we're probably finishing a little earlier this year than we normally do. So we'll aim for mid-Jan, see how we're going. We might even try and do something that we never do, which is try and get ahead in filming and get a bit of a backlog. But
Probably not a bad idea.
we'll see how we go. Yeah,
Broken Toranas.
broken Toranas. Anyway, until next year. And always a big thank you to our major sponsors, King Chrome, Tiperformance, Raceworks, and TuneTech, of course, for all the support you've given us through the year, helping us keep our
Shit boxes. You wanted to say it! He wanted to say it!
keeping our shit boxes on the road and keeping us tooled up and keeping us in hand with good products. So can't do that without you guys. So thank you again as always. And of course, thank you to you guys at home for tuning in this year. It's been a big year. We hit 40,000 subscribers. That's what we did.
Yes, we hit 40,000 subscribers. That
Yeah.
was a milestone for us that we've been really trying to hit.
Yeah, and
we
we're
finally hit.
creeping up to 50. So if we could hit 50, that'd be
Even
phenomenal.
better.
Yeah.
If we can hit 100,
Yeah.
even better. Yeah, we'll try our best.
We'll just keep doing what we're doing. So thank you again for watching as always, and we appreciate you guys. So, all right, let's back up. What's that, Buck? Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
How do you feel about missing out on exhaust bay today?
I was a bit gutted, I'm not going to lie.
The best bit is though, you're here now to do the turn downs. You can do the dump pipes. Put them on and be like,
My work is done.
Sorry, we welded a temporary brace across the back, just so while Daniel's remembering to put the earth on when he's welding.
Too many times today.
When he's welding, that way it'll just...
I kind of enjoy taking the earth on him now. That's the second time I've done that.
So,
Over there. Go away.
I'll turn the gas off.
you know what you are? I just realised what you are in this situation.
Well,
What's that guy that chops up all the Porsches? Cigarette and the pajama pants?
the guy that does the RWB courses.
Yeah, that's you. You've come in and you've sat down, you've got your shorts on, or you've got your beer, and you're just like, now let me work. This is your expertise.
Diff, angle, yes. I have to do it in the car. We got some banger projects next year.
Yeah, we got some big projects coming.
And I'm pretty excited. We're going to be finally getting our mitts on a Barra.
That's a big call. Don't go making calls. Don't go making promises that we don't know whether it's going to happen just yet.
It's already done. He's already got a power glide, an ECU. He's already
Alright.
got everything. We're going to be finally putting our hands on a Barra that's going to be going in the wrong car. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely already calling that one out. Later.
We've got the Cortina. So the Cortina,
Cortina
is coming
needs to be
back
finished
early
up.
next year. Probably, it could be even our first episode.
The
that we release
Cortina
it.
is going to be, the engine bay is painted and it is ready for me and Michael to now go for it, to get brakes on, put the engine back in and get it going again. So the Cortina will be done and ready and racing at drag challenge definitely next year, but
We've said that once before, but with this time we're going to really try. Another thing that we're going to be looking at next year, and a lot of people have been asking about this since I released the episode on the ITB 253 back in, I think it was June or July earlier this year, asking what's been happening with this thing. Is it still going ahead? Yes, it is still going ahead. There has been some engine work done, not a great deal, because it's sort of project that Anthony, Horsepower Junkie, there's a fair bit of development in it. So he's taking his time with it, and hopefully by mid-year next year, we should have a fair amount of progress on this engine, and hopefully be looking at getting the manifold cast and made or designed or whatever like that. It is coming. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for buying the t-shirts and stuff like that, because it is getting this thing built pretty much. It's crowd-funded, basically, so it's been a huge help. But yeah, big things coming for this. Lots of projects on the horizon. There's plenty of shed stuff that I want to do as well too. Continue the shed infrastructure builds and just keep doing what we do, I suppose, and see what the new year brings. Hey Buck, you're in my shot, mate. Hey.